I'm here with Emmanuel Sanchez, ahead of Bellator 272 this Friday at Mohegan Sun. Happy fight week.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you pay attention to any of your stats, if they matter to you, but you are tied for second most submission victories in the featherweight division. You're also tied for the second most appearances in divisional history. Do those mean anything to you? Do they hold any weight for you?
That's the first time I've discovered that. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
Wow. I feel like even coming off 2 losses, that's why I'm in the co-main event for a reason. And also, when I looked at the rest of the card as well too, wow, yeah, having the most fights out of all these guys in the promotion, it's something pretty big. So I'm looking to make history. So this is what I want to have. I wanted to leave a legacy behind and be one of the greatest fighters to ever do it. Not just at featherweight, but pound for pound and in the world. So it's awesome being a household name for Bellator and being able to hold it down and go out and get my hand raised this Friday night and up that submission stat and up that win column.
Yeah. So you mentioned a legacy that you're trying to leave behind. What does that legacy look like to you, or what do you hope it will look like?
Just to go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. Some of the biggest names that I grew up watching, and one of the reasons that I got into this sport: George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, BJ Penn, Mighty Mouse, Fedor, and I've had the pleasure to fight on the same card as Fedor too, so that's pretty historical. And go down as a GOAT. Yeah, that's how we got to call him, right? Go down as a GOAT. So before my time is up, that's something that I want to have, that I know I can help for the younger generation of teammates that I got, some stable mates that I got on the come up, who I know want to make it to this position as well.
Right. I mean, you certainly train with some GOATs. I mean,
yeah,
you're on the same team as Pettis. He's on the card tonight. Do you guys, you must work with each other being on the same team. How are those sparring rounds? How is that communication with each other? And how is it to be on the same card with a teammate?
It's incredible. I've been training with Sergio since he was a teenager, and seeing his growth and development over the years, helping him get ready for all his fights, and him for me as well too. Likewise with Anthony, I call it family business. So seeing those guys as not just idols and people you look up to, and role models, but wanting to put up those same kind of stats as well too, but not just for us as individuals and as fighters, but for our team, for Rufus Sport. So knowing we got such a big, I want to call it like the '96 Bulls almost, like roster of just champs bringing home gold. So that's what I want to do for myself as well too. Just bring my own strap home and do the same for the rest of the guys as well too on the come up.
And your next obstacle in front of you is Jeremy Kennedy, who you'll be facing on Friday night. Tell us a little bit about how you studied him, if you did at all, and how do you see you getting that victory in 2 days?
He brings everything to the table, so that's why it's going to make such an amazing fight. He's a tough Canuck, so I hope no one takes offense to that, but I love Canada, eh? So shout out to all my Canadians always. I love Canada. But he throws down, so he brings it, and that's why it's going to be such an exciting fight. And seeing those holes in his game is where I know that I can capitalize on. And as great as he is and as much experience as he has, I have just a little more. And I'm going to showcase that on Friday night, and that's why I'm going to get my hand raised.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of Rufus Sports as well, we actually had some international talent come to your gym with Ren Hiramoto, the former K1 kickboxer. Did you do any training with him? And if you did, what did you think of sparring with him?
It's incredible because a lot of people, even teammates of mine, and say no names, and other guys too who just come randomly to train at Rufus Sports. Sometimes we just have other visitors and friends. They run from that. I always run to that. So that's how my coach, Duke Rufus, has instilled that in everybody, that when you're facing a difficulty or in an area where someone is better than you, be humble in the sense that you want to learn from that, not just try to hurt him or get beat up. And don't poke the bear and rattle the cage, because those who did or try to prove something in training, then he showed them what was up. And it's pretty incredible, man, because having that kind of a high level of a striker, knowing that what he can do in MMA now, and what he's going to continue to keep doing, I'm excited and I'm glad he's on our side. So I say that with any other high-level wrestler, striker, judoka, or any other one-disciplined martial artist who's come through. I'm glad they're on our side. Not only just because someone that we, or someone from my team could potentially face, but we have someone with that amount of knowledge to learn from. So it's all right. Get your licks in, man. Get beat up. Take it. Like, stay humble and just be like, wow, I just got my ass kicked. So teach me, show me how to do it like how you do, because damn, that hurt. So I want to be able to take everything that he's showed me and helped me with and take it upon Jeremy and everyone else that I face.
I'm curious to know also, as a fighter who's been on winning streaks, now is on a 2-fight losing streak, I'm curious to know, when is it easier to go into your next fight off of a win or off of a loss?
Given COVID now and seeing how everything that's happened and everything, all the craziness that's going on in the world, I'm just blessed and grateful that I'm able to do this again. Looking back, when my fight got canceled last year and I didn't know if I was going to fight again, and then I only got to fight once, and I was just blessed and grateful that I was able to pay my bills and take care of my family and myself. I'm going on 3 fights this year now, and I'm just, my health, blessed for my health that I'm able to go in and fight again and do what I love most. And on top of that, it's what provides for me and my family and how I'm able to help others as well too. So knowing that, seeing that this is such a blessing and I can help be a blessing to others, I don't really reflect too much on wins and losses. A lot of the times, some of the greatest quotes that I've heard is, you can never let a win get to your head and a loss get to your heart. And each and every time it's always something different. And I'm going to show something different this Friday night. And I'm approaching this fight week different too. So I'm just ready to go.
What is it about the sport that you enjoy most, since you've been in for so long? I'm sure you could have probably quit, or maybe, I don't know if you ever thought about quitting, but you've been here, you've had a steady career consistently. What is it that keeps you going?
Just the hunger and desire to want to be a world champion, to want to be, how I aforementioned, a legend in the sport, doing great things, and a champ in and out of the ring, like Muhammad Ali, rest his soul. So it's like how he said, boxing is how he got people to listen to him. So using MMA and being on this platform to get people to listen to me. So preaching the good gospel and helping to spread nothing but peace, love, and Hakuna Matata, man, to everybody. Because with all the craziness that's going on in the world, I feel like we could all just use a hug and peace and love, for real.
Hey, Emmanuel, let me ask you, what time is it for you fighting here right now?
What time is it?
Yeah, like, meaning, like, how many times have you fought here in Mohegan? Like, it's like almost your backyard at this point, right?
It is, yeah. I want to say it's my third or fourth now, something like that. So it would have been, but one of the times it got canceled. but it's all well and good. Still, yeah, it does. I love casino fights, personally. I do, because we have everything under one roof.
Yeah.
So now that even when the saunas and all that stuff was closed, they gave us personal saunas. We could still have our own little workout areas and rooms, so we still did what we needed to do and be on top of our stuff to make the weight. And then that's it. You just come from your room down to the arena. Let's show up, let's fight, let's win, and let's go home. So no, yeah, I've had a lot of fights through my Bellator tenure in some big casinos. So yeah, I love it when it's like that.
All right, you have rich history with Bellator. You're a staple of Bellator's division. One of the things when you entered into the sport was there was only one path, and that was the championship. But with the rise of Conor McGregor, the status of being a prize fighter is now more valuable than ever. What do you see yourself now with your current status? Do you see yourself as the person bringing home the green gold, or do you see yourself as the person going after the championship gold?
Well, how they say, whoever has the gold makes the rules, right? So I don't think he'd be where he had he not won gold. He could, with obviously selling and doing his thing, his persona, everything, but I don't think he would even have gotten the chance to fight Floyd had he not won featherweight gold first. And then even when he did, He never defended it, but then lost, even though he was scheduled, right, to Nate Diaz. And that was even something way bigger that got him to more green gold, right? And then to eventually winning the lightweight title, and then the rest is history, right? But I personally know that a lot of fighters, right, in this game that still make a lot of money, but they still, it don't mean a thing without the ring. Like I gotta go with that 96 Bulls jersey quote. Like, I remember hearing and seeing and feeling that, and that's how it is, because any professional athlete, I feel, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, what have you, I've always felt it's great. Obviously, yes, you bringing home lots of figures, got lots of endorsements, but you don't got that ring. It's something that Brett Favre, Tom Brady, LeBron James, right? Some of the other, Kobe Bryant, Shaq. It's the list goes on and on of other great athletes as well too, right? That have. So, I want that gold strap wrapped around my waist, man. And if I could get more than one, I'm not saying or getting too far ahead of thinking, jumping up to weight classes and doing other things, but. In title defenses, right? You just rack them up. So knowing that whatever it takes to be world champion, I want to make that happen.
Final question for me. You referred to working with the Pettis as like family business, right? And recently, Anthony Pettis has opened up his own promotion. What has that been like, growing up with the Pettis, watching their growth through the UFC, going outside the UFC, and now opening up their own promotion?
It's amazing. Damn, good for him and them, as not just their whole management company and team and school. That's been a great platform, and like I was saying, role model, because I know it's outside of fighting and bringing home the bread. You can always do that, right? But then there comes a time when you can't fight anymore. So it's what you do with it after, so you have a life after fighting. And he's set, and he's been set for a while. And I've gotten my haircut at his barbershop. I've trained at his other Pettis academies, which teaches just fitness, taekwondo, and MMA. His management company as well too. So he's got up and coming guys that we have on our team now that I'm helping as well too, through being managed by Showtime Management. And now he's starting a promotion. So that's some real entrepreneurship right there. And that's something that I'm looking forward to do as well too, and building myself as that status. So knowing that, like, oh, okay, everything that I can take and use from fighting, this is what I can do after fighting. So I still have a life involved with mixed martial arts.
All right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for your time.
No problem.